So this could possibly be the worst YouTube video you guys ever watch. Um, and if you do watch it, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sitting through this absolute chaos of, uh, of a vlog. um, so just kind of like a backstory. I filmed this one, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago with the intention of doing a mic'd up session, mic'd up leg workout. And honestly, it was one of the best workouts I've had in a while in terms of for like my legs. And the reason why I say that is because I went pretty heavy on a few movements. I went pretty heavy on a hip thrust, and I went pretty heavy on the RDL, the Romanian deadlift with the dumbbells. I do apologize up front. I am feeling a little under the weather today. I think it's the allergies. I got a slight headache, feeling a little sick. Stress, I don't know. Actually, probably not stress, but just overall life stuff. Um, but yeah, so this video was initially supposed to be recorded with me. Obviously, you can see the mic on my chest. There's a few camera settings whenever you're vlogging. One of the camera settings is video, and then there's like photo, and then there's something called SQ. I don't even know what SQ stands for, but I do know if you accidentally put a video on SQ, what ends up happening is the video slows down when you play it back to edit, and it cuts all the sound. so you can imagine when I got home and opened on my laptop, and I was ready to go. I was ready to upload this, because the way I record is I try to make it as easy as possible for me to get content out. That's why I like to record like the Sam Sulek style. All I have to do is put a camera there, put a mic, and we're rocking and rolling. It's super simple. It takes like no editing. It's just really simple and easy to do. And it's obviously like between work and you know um, just staying busy. It's hard to accumulate content. That's why I don't know how I was doing it 2 times a week. I don't know how I was able to do that. But I kind of found this to be like the most efficient way possible. I just throw a mic on, throw up the camera, and sometimes I even talk. I mean, I talk through the workouts. I kind of let you guys know what I'm doing, but sometimes I don't even talk. I just kind of sit there and I breathe heavy, and I just go about my workout. And it seems like that's kind of like in right now. Not just YouTube wise, but like kind of just social media wise. People are kind of sick and tired of like, not, I wouldn't say fake content, but people want like raw content. People want the content that um, you know it's fascinating. It's always like what are like the biggest TV shows of all time, and like normally the biggest TV shows are the ones that are reality TV shows. Keeping up with the Kardashians, Jersey Shore, like these TV. Look at my hamstrings there. My hamstrings are so big. I have like I have like very oddly large legs. And I get like a lot of questions like, how did I build my legs? Like people ask me, I probably get that question, I don't know, 3 times a week. And honestly, like the answer is not as, I guess glorious as people want it to be. Um, the way I build my legs is I've just always kind of been a big guy, like overweight, and because of that, I've always had to walk. My legs have always had to carry. There's James in the background, the GM, the company. Um, I've always had to carry extra weight, right? And because of that, my legs have had to take more force than the average legs. So they kind of grew off of that, just kind of forced growth. But also, growing up, I did play baseball for a while, right? Like, well, through high school, I guess, whatever, 3 years old to 18 years old. I even play in summer leagues. I haven't played in a summer league in about 2 years, probably a year. But I have played in summer baseball leagues, and I've just always been a catcher. And, just being a catcher and big, my legs have just always grown. But also, like, genetically, like, my dad has large legs, and, I think, like, my ancestors are from, like like Iceland, some Viking stuff going on there. So I've always just kind of been blessed with big legs. I remember one time, I think I go up to 5 plates here, which is the main reason why I was pissed off I didn't get the recording, because I wanted to film. I wanted to talk you guys through like this heavy set, which I might do here in a second. Um, Sorry guys, my dog is next to me, pouting. I don't know why she's pouting. We're staying in a new place, so she's kind of like, I guess, just kind of trying to get used to it. She's doing well though. She just needs attention all the time, which I get. Oh, she's moaning at me. um, But and I've also just kind of I remember one time in school I was watching Mike Rashid. I don't know if you guys remember who Mike Rashid is, but Mike Rashid was one of like the OGs in like the fitness world. Like I remember I first got into fitness with Greg Plitt. He ended up getting hit by a train, which was devastating. Here we go. So I put on 5 plates here. As you can see, it barely holds on. I'm pretty sure throughout this set it does hold on, but it was like, I mean, it's holding on for dear life there. That's like the one, I wouldn't say it's an issue with this machine. I absolutely love this machine. I think it's the best machine ever for glutes. I think it's the best machine ever for hamstrings. I don't think there's a hamstring machine out there that I've used, or a glute machine out there that I used that's better than this one. It hits the muscles so well. I don't know, it just crushes the muscles. I really, really do enjoy it. The only downside I would say, if I had to complain, is there's me taking a Instagram story of me filming a video that I completely failed filming. Is that you can't put more weight on it. Like you can only put 5 plates, which I know for like the average person, like 2 to 3 plates is good. But since I do kind of have like advanced leg muscles, it's not ideal, but I can still get work here. So I think I go for like, I don't know, between 6 to 10 reps. I'm probably telling you guys right now, but you can't hear. But let me count and see how many I get here. Starting it off is always the hardest part. So we get 1, 2, there, I'm holding on to the place so they don't fall off. 4, 5. Okay, so we get a 6. We did 6 reps here. I think I only go for 1 set. They cramp up pretty aggressively here. I do remember that. I remember going like, ow. Ow, that hurt really bad. We had Craig Plitt, Rich Piana, Mike Rashid. Mike Rashid, Big Rob was part of Mike Rashid's crew. I think Mike Rashid, one of his businesses ended up getting like raided in Miami for, I don't know, like allegedly for like steroid dealing. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember that happened like years ago. But he did a thing like squat every day. So I'm like 16, 15, 17 years old, and I did it. Like I squatted every single day for about a year and a half. And I don't want to like contribute like a lot of my muscle growth because of that time, because I know you probably shouldn't be squatting every single day, but I can tell you like for real, like that definitely, it did help. Like my legs definitely grew because I squatted every single day. Like I said, it's not something I would recommend for people to do, especially if you're like new in the gym. I think it's important to kind of work your way up to, like heavy squats. But it definitely did help a lot. This is one machine I normally don't ever use. I never really use like pin loaded leg press machines. Not for any specific reason. I think the main reason is they're never really heavy enough. But I figured since I went heavy on the hip thrust, I felt like I could go, moderately light here. As you can see, I only use like half the stack. Like I'm not even using a lot of the stack at all. I'm keeping it actually relatively light here. But it was good. It was good. I think I did get a good pump. It felt good. Like I'm not mad about it. And then I think after I do this, I go back to hitting some heavy hamstrings. Obviously, this workout today was, I would say it was evenly distributed between hamstrings and quads. Also, you got to remember, guys, as you guys are watching this, obviously it's sped up because I had to like match. I had to get as close as possible to like normal speed. So everything that you're seeing here is like sped up 3 times, but 3 times from like a dead stop. So I would say like 1.5 times speed. You're watching everything. So everything is a lot slower than I actually did. I don't know what I'm doing here. I go pretty heavy. I think I go up to 105s. I was lifting with a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, and she was going heavy as hell. Like, I mean, for her, like, she's smaller than me, and she was going heavy as hell, and it motivated me to go heavy. So I think that day I went up to like, look at my hamstrings. So I'm about to fall off the bone there. I went up to like 150s. I threw on like wrist straps, and I did 150s, and ever since then I've just been going heavy as hell on these, and they feel so good. Like I don't know what it is about heavy RDLs, but they just hit differently. Like they're one of my favorite movements. They haven't always been, but lately they've just been. I don't know. They hit the spot. They just crush. Like I really like doing them. I'm implementing them a lot more in my workouts now. They feel good. They just feel really good. One thing I haven't done in a while is heavy squats. I'm gonna try to maybe get a video of me doing heavy squats. I'm not 100% sure on that. They do take a lot out of me. I do like squatting though, and I do have really good. I'm a little long. My legs are a little long for squatting, but I do have pretty good squatting form. As you can see here, when I do RDLs, I might be bending my knees a little bit more than the average person, but I mean, you can't really deny the results. I do have large hamstrings, but I don't know. I could go lighter, and the form would be, checked out, really, really, really good form, but I kind of take the stance of, here's me picking up my camera, like I'm a lunatic. No one else just films in public like that. But I do film in public like that because I'm a lunatic. I guess I could cut the video now because I'm just flapping my lips about nothing. But I like, sometimes like form breakdown's okay as long as it's not dangerous. I had a client ask me that, like, when do you know like your form is like, when should you not, like, when should you stop doing the movement because your form is so broken down? I always tell people, like, same thing. I mean, I pretty much tell people the same thing all the time. Like, when you hurt yourself, and you also know when your form is to the point where you're putting yourself at risk. Like, you just kind of know. It's like an inherent feeling that you get. So those are just a few things I like to tell people. When you hurt yourself, and just be careful with your form. Make sure it's a tip top magoo for as long as possible. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. I haven't done one of these in a long ass time. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. The next video you guys see will be a video of, I think, a mic'd up video. I think I do back and shoulders, but that one's, I didn't mess that one up. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.